Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, everyone.
We are getting a very late start. We're about 5 hours behind because it has been raining since yesterday. Still kind of a light misty rain, and it's 45 degrees with 15-mile-an-hour winds. Gusts to what were they?
Like 30 today, but yeah, we haven't seen the sun since Friday.
Yeah. So it's going to be cold and windy, and we're working right alongside of Lake Huron again today. But the wind's not coming off of Lake Huron, it's coming from the west, so that's going to be a little bit of a plus, but it's going to be kind of a misty rain on us all day as we're cutting, so it's not going to be fun. But we have, I don't know how many lawns we got to do today, more than we're going to get done. But we are going to be skipping over quite a few lawns today because they're either not going to need to be cut or they're going to be too wet to cut. And one yard for sure I don't even have to stop by. I know already it is underwater. So we're just going to have to cut that in 3 days, which in 3 days we will have our new mower. Stopped by the dealership this morning because they wanted to make sure that the clamshell bagger, that before they put it on, is the one I wanted because it's a 4-hour process to put that thing on. So that's going to be all set, and we've already got a yard lined up for Thursday. We're going to run the two mowers side by side, well, not side by side, but in the same yard, bag it up this yard because it is overgrown. So we're going to see how things work with that. In a truck?
I think so. I'm a little winded.
Look at the amount of clothes she's wearing.
I'm a little winded. I have either a cold or my allergies kicked in from the high pollen counts.
Yeah, I think it's the allergy stuff. But that yard that you just saw there is a mow and go yard. They don't pay for cleanup or nothing. All they do is mulch the leaves up. After the second time of mowing that yard, the leaves are all gone. Because that yard doesn't, they want to pay nothing for that yard. It's bare minimum.
Of sticks in there too.
So we don't get real fancy with that yard because they don't care. They just want it mowed. So that's all we did. And it's warmed up to 48 degrees, but the wind hasn't slowed down, and it quit raining. So we got good and bad today. So now I got to stop at a parts store, pick up my belt that I ordered last week for that Skag Tiger Cat. And I'll have that on my trailer for when the belt blows that it's on there. Okay, stopped at the parts store. That belt was supposed to be in Wednesday last week. And everybody pretty much knows how my luck is. The belt's not there. Someone wrote down the number on the card that's on file for me for all the parts I get, and they never pushed enter to order. So it's a good thing I'm not in an emergency and need it right away. So I tried to plan everything ahead because things never go as planned. So now we're going to go do leaf cleanup, where I'm going to be doing a lot of blowing, and Vicky's going to be doing a lot of mowing. This yard's got a slight problem, and that is called water. That water's laying up there. It's all wet up in here. There's water laying like that. It's like that around this whole yard. And last year there was a little bit of water on there, around this yard, but this year there's a whole lot of water on it. That's from Lake Huron back there being up so high. So this is pretty much going to have water in it the whole year. We only have 2 more yards left, and then we'll be off of this Lake Huron, and actually we'll be done for the day because it's pretty late in the day because we got such a late start. I don't even know how many lawns we've done. I guess it doesn't matter because we're going to push the rest of them off till tomorrow because it's late in the day, and the highway that we're on right now is very busy because I'm just waiting to pull out of this driveway right now. And
You did
6 lawns today, so that's not bad for starting at what was it, about 1:30, something like that. 2 o'clock is when we started. So you know, we've had the big yards, and we've had to skip over a couple of them just because they're underwater. But it's a bit of a challenge on this lake for as cold as it is. Well, I can't even spit that out. So it's a bit of a challenge for as cold as it is on this lake with the wind blowing off the lake right now. But the one thing that it is doing is keeping the bugs down. Because right now there's a hatch of these little black flies everywhere. And we don't have to deal with them too much right now because the wind's blowing them off. So we're going to go get these other 2 yards and call it a day.
Let me be the superhero in this fight. Losing is for losers, and that is not an option here. This is what I'm made of, and you will never ever fear. Where there's no one sitting on the throne, let me be the one showing you what I know. Down here is hard as hell, you'll burn. I will get up there and make sure I never will return. Where there's no one sitting on the throne, let me be the one showing you what I know. Down here is hard as hell, you'll burn. I will get up there and make sure I never will return. Never ever will return. Oh yeah, make sure I never will return.
And last yard is done for today. That's 8 yards, right? 8 yards. So it's not bad. Like I said, starting for 1:30, 2 o'clock, whatever time it was that we started. And the sun finally peered out for about 5 minutes on that last yard. Felt pretty nice, and then it went away. So now it's starting to clear up right now. So tomorrow I think it's supposed to be in the 50s, and then
It's supposed to be slowly getting warmer. through
yeah,
the
I
week.
think tomorrow and maybe the next day is going to be in the 50s, and then it's supposed to be hovering around 60s for 3 or 4 days after that, and back in the 50s. But as long as it stays out of the 40s, we're okay, because then it's not too bad. When we were starting off in the morning in the low 40s, high 30s, it's not fun. So tonight we have frost warnings out again, and then hopefully tomorrow will be the last really cold morning.
You know how you get up in the morning and you look outside and you just want to go back to bed? Well, that's what it feels like when you walk out the door. It's like, can I just go back home and go back to bed? It's just too cold.
So hopefully this cold stuff is done with us. For unfortunate, we'll be seeing this in 3 more months. We'll be right back into the same thing, but nothing we do about it. It's where we live. So anyhow, that's going to be the end of our video for today. I thank you for watching and subscribing. If you check out the links in the description box below, it'd be greatly appreciated.
Have a good evening. See you at the next yard. Goodbye.